So a couple days ago, we had a bit of a scare there for the future of the Tomb Raider series. While it has been absolutely cursed, passed around from hands to hands regarding the games as well as the movie rights, Embracer came out to say that a partnership fell through that was going to lose them a lot of money, basically. And we assumed, I made a video about this, but we assumed that was Tomb Raider's deal with Amazon. But it looks like allegedly that may be a false alarm and that may not actually be the case. Let me go ahead and dive into this video and show you my receipts I have here. So right here from Master Gamer, he runs an official Tomb Raider fan site. He dropped this quote, which supposedly was a message that he received from them when he reached out. So or they reached out. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. But basically it says, yesterday's Embracer news has no impact on the next Tomb Raider game, which is in active development at Crystal Dynamics and in collaboration with Amazon Games, who will also publish it. Thank you to everyone who was checking in on us. We appreciate you, Crystal Dynamics. So someone here was asking for a link. They wanted the source, and the reply here is there is no link. We were contacted directly through the OFP, which I believe is the official fan site, official fan page. Tomb Raider does have like a fan site program, and people who run their fan sites, there's a lot of them who are in on it. And so then they receive news, they receive all kinds of stuff beforehand so that they can cater their content, prepare their content for that, for example. So in this case, obviously we have not officially seen anything, but I don't see why this guy would lie. I don't know who he is, but I don't see why he would lie on this, especially when he runs a Tomb Raider fan site and he's a part of the official fan site community there within Tomb Raider and their program. He would be jeopardizing all of that for this, and for what? I don't think that's going to be the case here. And so then here I wanted to share this from Aya Winters, who says, it cracks me up how Crystal can't even post that message on their official account. They literally lurk and act like rats by nature. I guess we'll have to wait for this frumpy cow to take on the world by storm. Now, this image I do really like. I think this perfect, almost, just about. Well, when you see the full image though, her legs look like they're that short though. That I don't know, with Lara Croft, how she originally was like this statuesque for a woman, 5'9", very long muscular legs. So that's just how I see her. And so whenever they've given her a lot shorter legs and made her a lot shorter in general, I just have a hard time connecting that with Lara Croft. But I do think this whole concept is like almost there. Now, this concept, the face, not a fan. It just doesn't look like Lara Croft. She doesn't have the characteristic features of Lara Croft. I'm just not seeing it. So yeah. So anyway, my take on this whole thing, and also I wanted to share too, we could possibly get an announcement as soon as June 8th regarding the next game. So Lara Croft France here says, Summer Game Fest 2023, where many games will be unveiled, will take place on June 8th in California. More than 40 partners will be present, including Amazon Games, which will publish the next Tomb Raider. Hope keeps us alive. So if you want to know my opinion and the possibility of us getting a Tomb Raider game announcement on June 8th, actual announcement with actual assets, a little trailer, a teaser, something of that nature, I do think it's very possible. Now, I'm not saying, hey, guys, this is definitely going to happen, but I do think that it is absolutely possible. And one reason for that is across the rumor mill and all that kind of stuff is we've seen people saying that it appears that Embracer wants this next Tomb Raider game out. Like, get it done, get it out. And because there are other projects that they're working on, including Crystal Dynamics, who are working on the next Perfect Dark game, which I think is bad news because personally, I just don't like what Crystal Dynamics has done to, the Tomb Raider franchise. And I don't want to see them give Perfect Dark that same treatment. But anyway, that's just what has word on the street has been. So, and also, not to mention that it's been, 2018 was the last time we got a Tomb Raider game. So there has been plenty of time in between, and the game has been in development for a long time. Granted, the leaks that we got last year do not sound good. And so in saying all this, do I have hope? Do I think that the next game is going to be great? Or what I even want to see? It's supposedly going to be some sort of unification, but in my opinion, you can't unify Reboot with Classic. It's not the same. It's not even remotely the same. Even with, well, I feel like with Legend, Anniversary, Underworld, there is some capacity to unify those. It's possible, but with the Reboot, you can't unify all of that. You're going to have a discombobulated mess. I would rather them just lean more into one angle completely. And while obviously I would want to see that be the Classic angle, it's, to me, it would be worse with them trying to just give us a taste of what we want and doing it wrong. So I'd rather them just do their whole reboot thing and me just check out at this point than to essentially just desecrate classic Lara Croft even more than they already have. So honestly, that's my take on it. And I also wanted to share this tweet thread, which you guys, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's a lot, but it's a very good thread by Kala, who always makes some banger Tomb Raider tweets. But anyway, here is where they said, the unsavory history of Crystal Dynamics. It may surprise some to hear that Crystal Dynamics did not create Legacy of Kain or Tomb Raider. Yeah, because some people don't know that. If you're not already a huge fan of these franchises, you only lightly played them or all of that, then you may not know this. But yeah, Tomb Raider was originally created by Core Design and then was passed off to Crystal Dynamics after the failure of Angel Darkness, just to put it bluntly. All right, so the journey to their ownership of these includes the Legacy of Kain, Legacy of Kain creator company suing Crystal and a sabotage of the final game Core Design ever made. So here we have this with some quotes. Gavin Rummery of Core Design on Crystal Dynamics and Tomb Raider said, they just took it and ran. It felt like a robbery, honestly. I felt like we'd been raided ourselves and the thing had been stolen, which is how a lot of the Tomb Raider community feel as well. Some people want to call us classic fans haters and this or that or the other, and they think we're just being mean. But we literally had our favorite franchise ever completely hijacked and transformed into something unrecognizable. So of course, we're not going to be happy about that. So let's go ahead and continue here with Dennis Dyack, creator of Legacy of Kain. He said, we created the first Legacy of Kain. We came up with all the content, all the story. But in the end, we moved away from that series. Crystal Dynamics tried to take it over. And so then you have a big thread with some receipts and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it sucks because I do know that there are a lot of great people who work at Crystal Dynamics, and there are people who are even big fans of like classic Tomb Raider, for example, who works at Crystal Dynamics. But unfortunately, their say isn't that important. At the end of the day, it's what the higher ups and the dudes in the suits, it's what they want that gets brought to life. And so whenever you see me complaining about Crystal Dynamics and so on and so forth, it's not at the entire team. It's at the people making the big decisions, because I've heard rumors and stuff from people who have worked there, who have wanted to incorporate more classic stuff and continually get shot down. And I've heard rumors, I've heard so many rumors of like the higher ups just absolutely despising classic Tomb Raider. And part of that being because people still love it and people still want to see it return, but classic Tomb Raider wasn't theirs. So I guess there's some sort of offense to be taken there that, oh, wait, they don't like what I made. They like what these people made. And so that's one reason why it has been transformed beyond recognition, is because, they wanted to make it their own thing instead of being faithful to what it actually was. So it's kind of like a pride ego thing in reality. But I mean, that's just That's just what's going on right now. And again, those are rumors. I'm not saying any of this is official or so on and so forth, but hey. But that's just looks like where things are at. I don't think that the next game is going to be that great, but at this point, I am ready for them just to get it out there and get it over with. I think scrapping it would be more ideal because I don't want the series tarnished more than it already has been. But, it would be better for them just to get the game out than I'm just ready to see what the reception is going to be. I feel like it would take a failure to give us hope for any sort of classic Tomb Raider coming back, right? We're going to have to see their new formula, their new ideas, this and that, and the changes that they want to make, that they want to keep making and solidifying with Tomb Raider. We're going to have to see that fail. People are getting sick of it. It was fun at first, to see something a bit different, but then they're like, wait a minute, okay, can we have Lara Croft back? Can we have Tomb Raider back? So we'll see what happens. But I think right now with this game coming out with, supposedly a TV show with Amazon and Phoebe Waller-Bridge writing that, unfortunately. And then you've got like a movie also in the works through Amazon, supposedly. And then the Netflix anime adaptation, which is basically Lara Croft, Jonah, Zip, BFF adventures on a road trip. Not Tomb Raider. That in any stretch. And definitely not in character with Lara Croft. But anyway, that's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. So if it all crashes and burns, I don't know what the heck. But if people love it and it's successful, I guess it is what it is. I already know I'm not going to like it. So I've got the classics to hold on to, and I will not be letting go of those. So I don't know. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, while I think it would be ideal if people would be on board with, demanding those classics so that some sort of change can be made, that'd be great. But hey, a lot of people have bad taste. And if people don't like the classics and they just jump on the new stuff and that's what they keep making, well, I guess it is what it is. So at the end of the day, I have let the state of Tomb Raider and where it's at and them ruining it, I have let it disturb my peace in a lot of ways over the years. And I'm just done. I am just so done with letting my peace be disturbed. I'm kind of over it at this point. I realize that I am a fan of classic Tomb Raider, of original Tomb Raider. Whatever is going on right now is a different thing that just so happens to share the same name. That's how I accept the situation. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I will catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.